My name is Konstantinos Kotsis. I'm a visual artist. I'm coming from Greece, so that's why I decided to make the whole presentation in Greek. Rieko? Okay. So actually I'm so amazed that I think at the point that I understood your presentations. Sorry for that, but I mean, I think we are in a way organically connected, and this is amazing in a way. So, I will start also. A few words about the presentation. I decided to split it in two parts. The first part is me just presenting some concepts, some ideas that are really important for my work. The second part is, of course, images. You know, I'm a visual artist. So in this way, I think that it's more open to imagination, to discourse. So I hope that that's gonna work. Okay. So, ta-da! This is a key concept for my work. Construction. Your turn now. It's ka. Come with me. Perfect. Ta. Ske. Vi. Easy? Oh, muy bien. So we have the first step is accomplished. So my whole work is about construction. Actually, what I mean by that is that I perceive the whole world more or less as a tremendous construction site. It's of course a human creation and human intervention, more or less. Also, I think that reality is, the way I see it, is dynamically shaped and reformed almost every day by social, political, and economical forces. At the very first beginning, my construction in my work was could be seen as materials, the use of raw materials, almost unprocessed. Also, it was about building, constructing, the action of construction, and also structure. What is the, let's say, the skeleton behind a structure, the inside part. And most of the times, all this, the procedure or the skeleton, the structure, is visible until the end, the final result of my work. Parenthesis, I hate both the words artwork or a piece of art, or I mean, there is something sublime, but I don't like. The forms, I'm so much into forms and practical stuff. Oh my God, I love them. Since I was a very little child, I like to do things with my hand, a la manos. I'm so good in Spanish. So my work is about light, precarious forms, and with a great impact. Light forms of precarious. It's like the body of an artist. No? Do you agree? So, next notion is self-build. I refer, of course, to practice of DIY, do-it-yourself, but not in this catchy, hype way. For me, the way that is expressed in my work is, again, raw materials. A lot of, really often I use rejected or discarded materials that I can find around. But also self-build is connected with housing, with the issue of housing. So for me, it's really serious. I draw inspiration in the past from slums, huts, and or even every ephemeral construction that I can find outside. At the same time, there is a really strong connection, a really close connection with political issues with social issues, such as housing. But moreover, and for me this is the more important, is connected with need. I would like to say human needs, basic human needs, but I don't know if it's only human. Shelters, again, housing, of course, whatever. So the political dimension, the social dimension is highlighted in my work in every way, and in constructions for sure. And also for me, self-build is connected with social demand. Does it make sense? Okay, I mean, Islam is a social demand. You have to live somewhere, to settle yourself somewhere. Next. Okay. A big topic, of course. I was introduced. I expanded my research. So I was introduced into the social construction of reality. I mean, it's a specific term by a specific book from Berger and Luckmann, but also Hannah Arendt, The Human Condition, and so on. Also, it's really interesting because we can enter in this topic from different doors. So for me, acknowledging that reality is a social construction, or more or less the ideas that are outside, or the concepts that are determining our lives, are fragile, are precarious, are more or less temporarily, it's something really important for me. So in this context, in this framework, I was engaged with, let's say, notions or topics such as time, national identities, how they are constructed, narratives in general, if we talk about the social life or the political life, religion also, and of course touristic industry, because as it is here in Greece is also a big thing, a big topic. Yeah, you see it's only 2 left. I'm quite quick. So, public space, I mean, for me, this is the battleground for what we had already discussed. It's a battleground for social struggles, political deliberations, and power conflicts, of course. So, in this topic, I was introducing, let's say, monuments with ephemeral or fluid forms installed in the public space in order to express the temporality of the concepts, of the ideas, and so on. It's like a kind of a trend to demolish monuments in public space the last few years. So, I mean, this is my dream coming true, actually. Also, in public space, especially after the pandemic, I was considering in this topic the role of enclosures. I mean, it's a historical fact, authoritarianism, oppression, and at the end, all that has a relation to our body. Do we own our own body? Is our body more or less a colony? I don't know. And I would like to take 5 minutes in this specific topic, because for me, being in Madrid is my first time, not in Spain, but in Madrid, is a lesson, taller. I have never seen such beautiful places, open spaces, green places. I mean, it's something amazing. For me, I can understand that maybe it's my ignorance. There are a lot of issues to be solved. I understand, but I mean, we have to take a few moments to celebrate. But but it's serious. It's a lack of public spaces, of green spaces, especially in my hometown, in Athens, in most of the cities. Okay, I understand the scale is completely different, but I mean, for me, it's Sabo, and also it's not about the green spaces or the parks or having a good time or leisure time is the action in the public space. I was introduced yesterday with my dear friend here, colleague, to the associations of neighborhoods. I mean, come on, I could not even imagine about a legal form, an official legal form of how the people from the neighborhoods can come together and do stuff about their own lives. I mean, this is, I was amazed by this fact. So, the last, I'm so embarrassed that I put this also in showcasing. I don't know if this is the correct term to talk about. The scientists here are more specialized in talking about that. I'm talking about the natural environment. Let's say the aim of my work is, let's say, to reinvent public space and to reform it into a more equitable, more safe, and more non-hierarchical maybe, but also accessible, common place. Again, something personal. I suffer from arthritis, so potentially I'm a disabled person because my situation is pretty serious. So the accessibility is something that, okay, I can enjoy now. I mean, I can run behind the bus, I can move freely, but there is in the back of my head all of the times. So that's why also it's a different door to enter the conversation. That's why it's so important for me to advocate the reformation of public space. But of course, it's not only about the place, about the physical place, it's about how we perceive our everyday life, how we are connected with the infrastructure, with each other. I mean, it's again, is a serious thing. Okay, I think more or less that this is it. The last thing is that I believe that a place like the one that I described before, it has to be not only connection or to provide access to the natural environment, but in tandem, I think that the most important is to rely on nature as a model, as a study case. I mean, because this is where the knowledge must come from. And images, yay! So, it's only 3 samples. I don't want to waste your time. A manual on how to construct a beast. I was introduced into, let's say, the division between the natural environment and the humankind through the birth of tragedy, Nietzsche. So this is an exhibition taking place in a remote island in Greece. I mean, it's the most remote, actually the most remote island, Samothrace. Maybe you know the victory of Samothrace. So there are 2 parts in this work. The first was installed inside, and it talks about cruelty, more or less, or suffer, because suffering is a central point in Nietzsche's book. The second part is this one, the ritual part. That was just a simple symbolic gesture for the participants of the exhibition and the attendants, our friends, in order to celebrate the moment. We went in the most remote part of the island. It's in an amazing beach. On the other side is Imbros and Tenedos, the two islands that are in conflict between Greece and Turkey, the exchange of population. So I mean, we are maybe in the more east side of Europe or of Greece. You can see here there are some treatments, tapas, meze, antipasti, just to have a good time there. You know, we are doing a lot of stuff. We are installing exhibitions together. We are so frustrated. We are so anxious, or maybe also this is a come together moment. But we are not enjoying the fact that we are actually together. So for me, that moment was a pause. We had to take a few moments to celebrate, to have a good time. And of course, the circular shape was enabling this, the engagement and the discourse. We have some also visits from the surroundings, which is of course very welcome. All the products were from there, actually from the island, the wine, the fruits, cheese, a specific kind of bread that they are producing there. I just brought all the glass things. Was a kind of, let's say, a worship by my side. And of course, as most of the times, the whole construction, I mean the table, also the other one, is foldable. I don't own a studio, so most of the times I have to carry my own stuff, and also logistically it's not easy to storage all these things. This is again the same gesture, let's say, but in another context. It was during an exhibition about it was critically standing against the art scene, let's say, the art world. It was a critical position, not against, commenting that there is this competitive thing among artists and curators. So, yeah, more or less, that was the framework. So I decided to invite all the participants again the night before the opening night, again as a gesture of celebrating that we are there, that we are together. And actually, I mean, the artists knows well that there are no time to discuss or to exchange ideas. So that was the only moment that we had for ourselves as a community, even as a temporarily community. So the piece that it was showing during the exhibition was the leftovers of actually the dinner, or what we had there, the lunch. I asked from the rest of the participants to incorporate their own food, drink, cigarettes also into this table. I did some preparation by myself. I brought the glass things, but that was it. The rest of it was, let's say, a communal gesture and process. This is a work installed in public space in a park, one of the central parks in Athens. Maybe you are more familiar than we are, but this is not common, installing artworks in public space. and keep them also exposed during the night, during bad weather maybe, I mean in the will of the visitors of the park. I was so satisfied by all this stuffs. I also made this intervention. It's a caution. You can see it. It's a circle. I just made this. I mean, it's like a drawing or like marking a space, or let's say owning a space. Like, you know, when there are the generals of the army and they want to make their intervention somewhere, they are putting the map down and they are doing, you know. So I made the same, but I keep this gate because it's something that has to be welcoming. Also for me, this, let's say, communal situation recalls memories from my visits in different islands, different areas in the suburbs in the province of Greece. I think that the same is in Italy or in Spain for sure. The square, the main square of a village, maybe when you can come together. I don't forget something, I think I'm okay. Yeah. Question, yes? It's a rainproof thing. It's actually what we use on camping tents. And inside there is, you know, this scrap materials that you put to make a pillow.
You know what? Because it reminds, I don't know if this year the same, it would be nice as well. The thermic blanket that they give
No,
to
yeah.
homeless people.
I know.
And also I
No.
thought because the fact looks like
It's shiny.
I don't know what kind of material is this thermic blanket. That they are always
It's a foil thing, but this is fabric.
Okay.
This is fabric with, let's say, reinforced with an outer part which is rain resistant, water resistant. I asked from a friend of mine to do this intervention in order to, again, to enable the users of the park, the visitors of the park, to make their own. I mean, I would like for them to adopt the piece and intervene also themselves. Actually, it didn't happen, and I don't know, in a way I was disappointed, I have to say, but okay. They were really, really respectful, actually, and they really used my gesture to have a good time, to lay in the park, to sit, to play, whatever, and the diameter was like 4 meters. Maybe it's not really recognizable in the photographs, but it's 40 meters, not 44 meters. Sorry. No. Okay. This is my solo show. It was designed during the pandemic. Actually, during the lockdown, I was not able to have access in materials, in shops. No, only a few of them were accessible. So I collect all the materials from the streets. Those are branches. No. I contact actually the plant nursery of the municipality of Athens. They were cutting the branches from the trees in order to take care of them. But there is a certain point in the plant nursery where they put all the cutting branches. So I bring them and I created the pieces of the exhibition. Also, there are fragments from construction sites here and there and around actually the neighborhood. I used even rainwater to put inside this lake. For me, this is, let's say, a metaphorical way or a lyrical way to speak about public space. I mean, all the struggles. Maybe there is also a vision or a hope expressed even in the little cabinet or here in the staircase that it's a way out. More or less, I can say that I can recognize myself in that kind of construction, but again, talking about public space is talking about oppression, as I said before. So, in a way, I was inviting the spectator to relate themselves in which way they want, of course, with the constructions that I proposed to them. I think that in a way it's a common place, it's a familiar place. I created purposely this place in order to let the spectators, the visitors of the exhibition, connect in several ways with what was going on there. I don't think that I have something. I have. My God, yeah. So this is an educational program. It's part of my work. I mean, I don't want to present it as an artist that in parallel is doing an educational program. I purposely decided to incorporate it into my body of work. So again, a manual on how to construct strange creatures. For me, it was important, let's say again, to break this division between humankind and natural environment, to get in touch with children and let them understand that what we consider as a strange creature or a beast, maybe it's not that dangerous, or we have to, maybe it's our ignorance also, so we have to get connect with it, understand it maybe, and move forward in I don't know, in a close relationship with it. Actually, that was, I present this educational program twice. Those photographs are from the Museum of Contemporary Art in Thessaloniki. So you see that I decided to create strange creatures with unfamiliar ways. I mean, they used their hands. We used balloons to paint. We go out to observe the clouds. So it was playing between outside and inside. This is again in Samothrace, a completely different situation. I have to say that, of course, the population there are more savage. They're not so exposed into art or in the way that we are, of course. I don't want to insult them. But I mean, they don't care of getting dirty. It's not, everything is not so intermediated as in our cases, maybe. So it was like an explosion of colors, of actions, stepping onto the canvas. They were like up to here, full in colors. I mean, it was amazing. And then a thunderstorm stopped the whole process. But I mean, this is it. This is, if you work in an open space, it can happen. I asked them also to reimagine, a big point, quite interesting, is that the whole educational program are about hybrids. In order to break this division, I forced them to think an entity that is not only human, only plant, only animal, but it's something in between. So this is the result. And of course, this is something not new. I can say that, or modern or contemporary, is coming, I don't know, from antiquity, from the very beginning of Earth. I don't know. We were discussing with my other beautiful colleague there the other time about trans people and how they were celebrating different cultures, something that nowadays had stopped for, I don't know, peculiar reasons. This is it. That was me. Thank you so much for your time.